Hi, in last video we have seen how we can develop the login page functionality. In this video we are going to see how we can add the logout functionality, and after that we are going to see how we can develop the registration page and the user profile page. So let's start, but before going to start, please like and subscribe my channel. So let's start. But before going to start, let me tell you one thing. As compared to the login functionality, logout functionality is a very easy. We can develop within a minute. So let's see how we can do. Open the VS Code and come to the urls.py file. Then first we need to develop the URL for our logout page. So simply copy this one and paste here. And in place of login, I want logout. Then same thing here also, logout. And here we need to define the name of our view. So as I told you, I'm going to develop for the logout functionality. So the name should be logout. That's it. Copy this name, Control S, then come to the views.py file. Here we need to define the views for this particular URL. So what is the syntax? So simply we have to write the comment. 1 second. Don't forget to write the comment, because after some time it is very confusing to identify which things working for which functionality. So it is highly recommended to always maintain the comment. So let's start def and then the name of the view, then round parenthesis, then default parameter request. And one more thing I want to tell you, as I told you, there is a multiple way of doing the same thing. So for the login also, there is an inbuilt functionality provided by the Django. You can use that inbuilt library and you can create the login page without writing that much code. Same thing for the logout also. There is a different ways which is you can use to develop the logout functionality. So based on your convenience, you can use and develop your application. And as I told you, I'm going to follow the common approach for all the activity or all the things whatever we are going to develop. So I'm following this particular approach. So def logout view, then simply you have to type logout, and here you have to type request. And after that, what you want? So I want to display one message. Simply copy this one, come here, paste. And what kind of message I want? For example, to log out successfully. Control S. And after logout, where I want to go? See, it's very obvious. If you are going to click on logout, so definitely you have to return on the login page. So simply copy this one. And 1 second. Paste here. So here you have to specify the page name where you want to redirect. So as I told you, I want to redirect to the login page. So you have to write login only. Control S. Place of render, I want redirect. And if you're using the redirect, you have to import it. So come here and here only, comma, redirect. That's it. Control S. And this login is nothing but the URL name. So don't be confused like this is something else. No, this is the URL name. Whatever you have given here, that things only. Come here. And as I told you, I'm using this inbuilt function logout. So you have to import this one also. Come here. And here only you have to import. Control S. So what we have did, we have simply imported logout, inbuilt method, inbuilt function, and simply what I'm doing, logout request. This request is nothing but the current request. and this is the message what I want to display over the browser once the user clicking on logout. And after logout, I want to redirect to the login page. And as we have already developed the logout. One second. Here we have little spelling mistake. Simply copy this one and paste here. Control S. So we have created urls.py file. Sorry, we have created the URL. We have created the view. The next things we have to link this logout URL with the navbar here. Here I want to add. So how we can do? So this is coming from the navbar. Go to the navbar. Come here. Then this is the logo option. So here we need to add. How we can link that URL? So simply double curly bracket, then double percentage, then URL space, then in single quote. Sorry, here you have to mention the URL. So what is the URL? Logout only. Control S. Let me refresh. And first let me log in. So if you remember, in the last video only we have created one user Rama and password also Rama. Then click on login. Congratulations on successful login. Then come here, then log out. We are facing one issue once again. Login not found. Django contrib.auth is not a valid view function or pattern. One second, don't worry, we will fix it. Come to the views and here should be in a single quote. So sorry for that. Control S. Let me run. Yeah, it's working fine. Come here, refresh it, log out successfully. I will show you again one second. First, let me log out. So after log out, I came to the login page. Then let me log in with the Rama. Then password also Rama. Then click on login. So congratulations on successful login. Then come here, then log out successfully. So our logout functionality is working fine. So the next things we have to develop the registration page, and there I'm going to add the user profile page also. And why I'm saying registration page and user profile page simultaneously? See, by default, if you see the Django, it will provide the user creation form, and there it will provide very limited fields like username, password, first name, last name, confirm password. This kind of field only it will provide. But what if you want to add some additional fields? For example, this username, password, confirm password, first name, last name. This is, as I told you, it is provided by the user creation form. But apart from this, for example, you want to add address, gender, technology, qualification. For that, how you can do? So what we have to do in that case, first we have to use the Django user creation form, which is having username, password, confirm password, first name, last name. Along with these fields, we have to use another form, which is user profile form, and there we can add the additional fields like a gender, mobile number, this kind of things, and we can combine it. See, I know most of the people not getting, but once we will start, you will get more clarity. So let's see. And one more thing. For now, we are going to create the model also, and model is nothing but the database related things. So you will get more clarity on the models also. So let's start. But before start, I want to do some changes. Come to the VS Code and go to the base, and here this message is coming in the board. I don't want in the board. It's not looking good. So let me remove. Yeah, that's it. Control S. Come here. Yeah, then Rama. Yeah, congratulations on successful login. And this message also is not looking that much good. So I want to change this message. Wait 1 second. Open the VS Code and go to the news.py file. And here I want to change that particular message. So let me change that. Control S. And this message also I want to change. So let me change. Go to the VS Code and come here. Let me change this one. Control S. Same thing I want to do for the logout also. Yeah, all done. Control S, open the browser. Yeah. 1 second. Oh, Rama. You have logged in successfully. Come here. Log out. You have been logged out successfully. 1 second. Control S. One more thing I want to fix. Let it be. I will tell meanwhile, not a problem. So as I told you, I want to create the registration page, which is this one. So let's start. Open the VS Code. Come here. See, we have created the login page. So basically in the login page, what we have did, we have created one form. We have taken the input from the user. We have processed that input and we have logged in successfully. The same thing we have to do in case of registration also. We have to create one form. We have to take the input from the user. We have to process that input and we have to register. That's it. So because of that only in the time of login page functionality, I have used this common approach. Otherwise, I can simply use the inbuilt functionality and within a second, I can develop that login functionality. But at the time of registration, again, you will feel like, oh, this is something different. So you might be confused. So in the registration also, we are going to follow the same approach. So first, we are going to create the URL. So come here, simply copy this entire things and paste here. And this is for registration. So let me change register. Then the same thing for this one also, register. And here also I want to change register. We have created URL. Okay. Then simply copy this one and come to the views.py file. And first write one comment. Then come here, then def. Then simply paste this one. Then here come. Then default parameter request. And come here. Here I'm giving pass only. I'm not going to write any logic. And if you don't know what is the pass, so let me tell you. Pass represent to the null operation. If you don't want to perform any operation, you can use the pass. See, if you not write pass here, then if you run the program, you will get error because you are not defining any code for this register view. So, as I told you, pass represent the null operation. So, control S. We have created the URL for the registration. Then we have created the view, but it is not a completed. It is a partial view only. The next things we have to create the form. So let's create the form. So for that, go to the forms.py file, and here we have to create form. Come down, first write comment, then come here, and in place of view, it should be form. Then class, then copy simply this one and paste here. You can give any name, but it should be meaningful. And as I told you, for the user creation, and user creation is nothing but the registration only or sign up only. The Django provide inbuilt class So we have to inherit that inbuilt form, which is user creation form. So this is the class we have to inherit, which is user creation form. And if you are using this one, then we have to import this class. So from where we can import? From Django dot contrib dot auth dot forms import this user creation form. This is the inbuilt form which is provided by the Django. We have to simply inherit this one and create our own form. Then come here. Then here we have to specify the name of the fields. And before that, I want to show one thing. 1 second. Come here and let me log in with the what we can say admin. 1 second. Forms.py file, line number 13. Line number 13. See, here we are getting error. Why? Because we have not defined anything for this one. So as I told you, if you are not going to provide the implementation, so at that time you have to write the pass. Otherwise, you will get error. 1 second. Yeah, it's working fine. Let me check this one. Yeah. And what is the user? We have Rama. And password is also Rama. Let me log in. Come here in the user. See, here we have a field like username, email address, first name, last name. And we have a two more field like password and confirm password, but it is not displayed here because it is not a good thing. As per security perspective, it is not good thing to display the password. So in users, this is the inbuilt model provided by the Django. We have username, email address, first name, last name. And as I told you, we have a two more, confirm password and password. So that much field only we have in the user creation form. Did you remember? You guys remember I told you we have a very limited fields in the user creation form, and if we want to add some additional field, at that time we have to create one more form, which is I told, which it's nothing but the user profile page. So this is the things what I want to show you. Don't worry, let me this one and log in. Yeah. Then open the VS Code. Yeah. So here we have to create the fields. So what are the fields we have? We have username. Simply copy these entire things. And paste here. Username. Then copy this one also. Password. Username, password, then confirm password. Come here, paste this one here, and give name. The username, password, and confirm password. Or let it be password and password. C password, okay. And here also 1 second. Then what are the fields we have left? First name and last name. If you want, you can do that. Simply copy these entire things. And let me paste here. Let me paste one more time. Yeah. So this one should be first name, first underscore name. Then this one last underscore name. and this is username, then password, then confirm password. So that much field we have. Then we have to change the label also. So first name, then last name, then username, password, confirm password. And give the name like password 1 and password 2. Move this C. Now it is more relevant. So first name, last name, username, password 1, password 2. We have one more field which is email. So let me write here. 1 second. Yeah. So first name, last name, username, email, password 1, password 2. These are the fields we have under the user creation form. Control S. And I hope these things no need to explain again and again, because the same thing we have did during the login form also. So the same thing here also. So we have created the form. Now we need to define the class meta. So class meta is nothing but we are simply linking this one with our model. So for that we have a class. 1 second. Class meta, and what we need to specify here, model. So model equals to, as I told you, this is user creation form provided by the Django under the user model. If you remember, I have shown you here. Let me show you again. See this user. This is nothing but the model. So we need to specify the name of this one. Simply copy this one and paste here. Then we need to specify the field name, whatever you want to display. Type fields equals to, then in single quote you have to only write the name and paste here. That's it. You have to do for the all. 1 second, let me do. Then username, comma, email, then password, then confirm password, this one. That's it. Control S. So let me explain one more thing. Let me explain again. This is nothing but the simple form we have created, and this is nothing but we are linking our form with particular model, which is user model, and this is the fields we are linking. That's it. Control S. We have created the form successfully. So the next things, we have to create the render this form, because we want the HTML page where we can display this fields like first name, last name, username, email, password 1, password 2. This field we have to display somewhere. So to display things, we need the login page, sorry, HTML page. So let's create Control S first, this one, then comes to the templates, then right click, then new file. And what I want register page. So for that, register .html, Control S. And we have to inherit the base page, this kind of thing. So what we can do, simply come here, simply copy this one only, and come here and paste. No need to write again and again. Control S, and here in place of login, I want register. Control S, and here also I want register. That's it. So our login page is done. Sorry, register page is done. Next things, if you remember, we have left our views partially. We have not implemented entire thing. So here also we need to follow the same approach, whatever we have followed during the login page. So if you come here, see what approach we have followed, these things only, like if request.pathad is the post, vagara, this kind of things we have did. The same things we have to do again. Simply copy this two line. Because as I told you, we are going to follow the same approach. So no need to write again and again. Come here and paste here. And kindly maintain the code standard. Yeah. So what we are checking in the registration view, if the request.method equals to post. So how this will match? If you see our as registration, say we have taken post method. That's it only. Come here. Then it is checking form, login form. So in place of login form, what kind of form we have created for the registration? Registration form. Simply go to the forms.py file and copy this name. That's it. Come here and paste here. And see, you are using one form which is you have created in a different file. So before using, you have to import that one. So come here and here only you can do. From forms, import login form, then same import registration form. That's it. Control S, come down. And again, whatever request we are getting from the form to the request.post, we are fetching and storing in the form. And if the form is the valid, what I want to do? So simply if the form is the valid, I want to save that data. So what is the way to save the data? So form provide inbuilt method, which is save method. We can use that method and save our form dot saved. And after save, what I want to do? But one more thing, if form is not valid, for that also we have to define some things. But for example, we are considering form is the valid, and at that time after saving, I want to return where I have to redirect or not redirect. I'm going to use, I have, simply copy this one and paste here. And here write else. And I'm writing else for this if. So because of that only. So indentation should be like this and enter. If form is not valid, what I want to show? So I want to show like this should be error. 1 second. And message like you have not entered correct data and redirect to the register page again. And this should be this one. Go to the urls.py file and simply copy this name and come here and paste here. That's it. And if the form is the valid, so save. And here also I want to display the message. So what kind of message I want? Simply copy this one and paste here. And let me modify this one. This one and paste here. You have been registered successfully. That's it. Control S. See, I'm repeating again. This 3 line we have simply copy pasted from the login functionality. And what exactly we are checking? We are only checking the method. It is a post or get. That things only we are checking. Then if the form is the valid, then form.save. After saving, what I want to show? I want to display this message and this should be success. You have been registered successfully and return redirect to the login page. And if it is form is not valid, then you have not entered correct data and redirect to the register page only. Control S. And here if the method is not a post, then what? So at that time simply come here, because here also we have written the same thing. If the method is post, then this thing, else this thing. Simply copy this entire things and come here. See, follow this indentation, paste here. Yeah, this should be in same line. And in place of login form, simply I want registration form. That's it. And here I want this one. Whatever we have created, this one, see, register.html. Same thing, register.html. And this is, I'm passing this form, and this form is nothing but having the fields. What kind of fields it's have? Whatever we have written here. See, not here. In the forms.py file, these fields: first name, last name, username, email, password, password 2. This all things, all the fields we have stored in this form. And what we are doing, if it is a post, we are simply saving it and showing the message you have registered successfully. After that, we are redirecting to the login page. If it is not a valid data, then we are showing you have not entered the correct data, and we are redirecting again to the same page, which is register page only. But if the method is a post, not post, it means get. See, post means user has entered the data and clicked on submit. If it is a not post, it means it is a get and user don't have entered. So we have to display the empty form. So because of that only, here we are not written any post, this one, because this containing the data. But when it's contain the data, when it is a post, because post means only we are entering and creating the data. And if it is a not post, it means it is a get. And if it is get, it means it is a blank form. So we are displaying the blank form. And so this is the blank form. And what kind of data it have? It have only fields: username, first name, last name, password, confirm password, fields. And this blank form we want to display where? So we want to display here. That's it. This form only. Whatever we have written here, we are returning here. That's it. Control S. Then come here. We are getting one error. In forms.py file, line number 18, users is not defined. So my bad. Come here in the forms.py file. See, this is the model. And if we are using the model, we have to import the model. So how we can do? 1 second, let me show you. Please copy this entire things and paste here. And in place of forms, it should be models. Import this model. Which one? This one. Simply copy this file. This is inbuilt provided by the Django. Then open the command from. Let me run. Again, let's see we are getting any error or not. 1 second. We are getting there only. 1 second. Mistake. This is user, and here also we need to change. So sorry for that. I will tell you what happened. Don't worry. Control S. Then it's working fine. Let me tell you why we got that error. First, come here. See what happening. Whatever models we have. So by default, Django going to be add S in each and end of the every model name. See, right now we have only this user model. So here it's showing users. When in a future we will create, for example, one ticket model, one task model. So at the last it is by default adding the S. So you have to keep in mind, because of that only I was getting error. So we have to remove that S when we are using here. That's it. So we have created the registration page. So the next things, we have to link that registration URL with the navbar. Let me show you where I want to show. 1 second, let me remove this thing. Come here. Here I want to link that URL. So like after clicking here, it should open that page. So how we can do? Go to the VS Code, then go to the navbar, and where is it? That option is showing here. So what you have to do, take curly bracket, then take double percentage, then take URL, then space, single quote. Simply you have to paste the name of the URL. Come here in urls.py file. This is the name. Simply copy this one. Come to the navbar and paste here. That's it. Control S. Then come here. Let me refresh this one. Yeah. See, after clicking register, first name, last name, username, email address, password, confirm password, all the things is showing here. So let's create one user and see whether it's working or not. So what kind of user I want? So what name? It's Goku. Goku. Then last name Yadav. Then username, I'm giving Goku only. You can give different name, not a problem. Then email, I'm giving goku@gmail.com. Then password, be careful. Most of the time you guys are doing mistake. Then password should be alphanumeric and it should have some special character and small and capital letter combination. All these things you have to follow. So for example, in my case, I'm giving Goku@123. Let me show you. See, Goku@123. Confirm password Goku@123. Click on register. You have been registered successfully. This message I'm getting. Now let me try to log in with that user. So if you remember, ID username is the Goku, then password is Goku@123. Let me show you. See. You have logged in successfully. I'm able to log in, I'm able to log out, and I'm able to register. But as I told you, we have only this much field in the user creation form page. First name, last name, username, email address, password, confirm password. If I want to add the gender option, that is a little bit advanced things. So we will see how we can do. So come here and you might think simply come to the register page or not register in the form and simply add the gender option and it will work. So let's try whether it's working or not. Simply copy this one and let me add here and it should be like or not gender, let it be address. Then simply copy these things and paste here. Let me remove these things. Control S, and here also we need to add Control V. Yeah, that's it. Then let me check it's working or not. Yeah, it's working. From here, let me refresh. See, address field is working. It's showing here. You might be think we can add like that. We can add like this. What is the big deal in this thing? So let's create again one more user for giving Sham. And username also I'm giving Sham only. Then password I'm giving a little bit hard. For example, pagal@123. Then confirm password pagal@123. And for example, address I'm giving Mumbai. Register. See, you have been registered successfully. Okay. Then let me log in with that user, which is Sham. And password is pagal@123. You have logged in successfully. But what is the problem? I will show you. Admin, come here. What is the user? Rama, because Rama is our admin user. Here we can log in with only the admin user only. Come here. See, we have created the user Sham, but we have not that address field. So what is the problem? Even if you are adding that field in the forms, that data is not getting saved. For example, in future you want that data. So how you can do? So this approach will not work. If you are thinking you simply come here and you add the field here and it will work, no. It is allowing you to create the user, but that data is not storing anywhere. Come here, see. We have only Sham@gmail.com username, Sham first name, Yadav, but we don't have that address field. So what if I want to use that address field after some time? So because of that only, there is a one more approach what you can do, you can create one separate form and you can add that separate form in this particular form and you can save it, and there you can use that form, that fields you can use. So let's see how we can achieve that functionality. It's a very important functionality because whenever you are going to create a fully functional application, so there 100% chance you are going to be store more than fields whatever showing here. So let's see how we can do. So come here. First of all, let me remove these things. Control Z. Control S. So what I told you, it's simple, it's easy to create one different form. So Control S. Come here. First, let me remove this unwanted space. Control S. I want to create one form. So how we can create? So it is recommended to first create the model, then create the form, then register that model in the admin.py file. Right now, we have not registered these things in the admins.py file because the only things we have to register in the admins.py file is the model. Control S. And let's create the model. So where we can create the model? So we have to create the models in the models.py file. And what is the models? So in the models, we are going to store the table related things. So come here and whatever fields you want, you can create here. So for example, I want address, gender, technology, this kind of thing. So I can create here. Text to create the models. So it is simply models is nothing but the simple Python class only. So first I want to give the comment. Always maintain the comment. So user profile model, then come down, then class. Then you have to give the name for this class. So I'm giving user profile. Then you have to inherit the models here. So how we can inherit? Else dot model. We have to inherit this class. Come down. Then here we have to specify the fields whatever we want to add additionally in the registration page. So for example, I want address. Then we have to write like models dot char field. Then we have to specify the max length, max underscore length equals to, for example, 100 characters. Control S. Then the next, for example, I want city. City. Then again, same thing. Simply copy this one and paste here. Then, for example, I want state. See, it is not necessary whatever fields I'm adding here, you have to add the same things. No, this is the one of the general way I'm showing you. As per your requirement, you can add any field whatever you want. For example, I'm adding address, city, state. You can add the different gender, then something else you can add, mobile number you can add, whatever you want you can add. Plus, so time being, I'm only want to add these 3 fields. So I have created the models, and model is nothing but the table related things. So model basically is the one of the table, and this address, city and state is nothing but the column of that table. Control S. Then as I told you, after creating the models, we have to register that model inside the admins.py file. So where is the admins.py file? So come here. See, this is the admin.py file. So we have to register that model whatever we have created. But as I told you, we are using one table which is we have created in the models.py file, and we are using that table inside the admin.py file. So first we have to import that models on that particular table, and table is nothing but the model only. So how we can import? From current directory. Why current directory? Because forms.py file and models.py file and admins.py file both are present in the same directory, which is my app. So because of that only, from dot represent the my current directory. So from my app models import what I want to import. So simply come here and copy this one and paste here. Then come here. Here we have to register our model in the admin. So what is the syntax to register? And let me tell you why we need to register. One second. If you come here, see, when you're clicking on users, this things is showing here. So after some time when you are let me do without a register, then you will get more idea. Let's see. So we have created the table, and after creating the table, our next step to run the two command, which is make migration and migrate command, and after that we have to run the Django server. So let me tell you why we are doing these things. After creating to execute the query to create that table in the backend. So to generate the SQL query, we have a command python manage.py make migration. So if you run this command, then SQL query will be generated. But to execute that SQL query, we have one more command python manage.py make python manage.py migrate. So migration is the command which is used to generate the SQL query, and the migrate is the command which is used to execute that query. After that only our table will create. So let's see. Open the command prompt and control C. Then command, as I told you, python manage.py make migration, make migration, control S. C, created model user profile. So the command to see the SQL query, let me show you. This one, python manage.py SQL migrate my app, then 0001, enter. See, this is the query, create table, ID, integer, not null, primary key, address, city, state. These are the fields whatever we have created. So right now only the query is generated. And one more thing, this my app is nothing but the application name whatever we have given, and this 000 is nothing but the, let me show you this file in the migration. See, this 000 is nothing but this one, 0001 is nothing but this one. So you have to mention that one. Come here, and this SQL migrate you have to return as it is. So this is the entire command, python manage.py SQL migrate my app, then this file name, and this is the query. And to run this query we have a command. Wait, let me show you. Python manage.py migrate. See, apply all migration, then at last we have to run. So what is the command to run? One second. Yeah, this one, python manage.py run server. So we have created the model, but we have not registered our model. Let me show you what happen if we not register our model. First let me log out. Then log in with Rama. Rama is our admin user. Because of that only I am logging with Rama. See, whatever user we have created with the command like create super user, those are the admin user. So keep in mind that things. And come here, and if you see here, this Sham and Goku, for this staff status showing cross, because these are not a staff, and we have created this Goku and Sham from the front end, from the user from the registration page. So keep in mind, these are they are not a staff member, or you can say those are not a admin user. So see that model is not showing here. So come here and go to the admin.py file, and here we have to register that admin. So what is the syntax to register? Because until unless you are not going to register your model in the admin, it will not register, it will not show here. It has to show here. So come here. So let's see how we can register our model. So first of all, I want to give comment. So as I told you, I want to register my model. So what model? User profile model. Simply copy this one and come to the admins and paste here and give name user profile admin. Then come down, then class, then we have to specify the name. So simply copy this one here and admin also paste here. This is the naming convention. You can give any name. It is not like you have to do like this also only. No, you can give any name, but just because like meaningful name, I'm giving like this. Then come here, then we have to inherit admin class. So let's see how we can inherit model admin. Model have to do exactly same whatever I have did here. Model admin colon, come down. Then here we have to list down all the fields whatever we want to display in the admin page. What I'm trying to say, come here. When you are doing these things, it means it will show here, but I want to show the fields also now. So for that things also we need to do some things. We need to do something here. So what we need to do, underscore display equals to, in the list we have to pass the name of all the fields. Go to the models and simply copy these three things and come to the admin page and paste here, and simply take one by one and paste here. Then city, then state. That's it. Right now we have these three fields only. Then let me remove these things. And after that we have to write one more command, admin, one second, sorry, admin dot site dot register, and here we need to first write the model name. So what is the model name? This is nothing but the model name only. Simply copy this one, comma, we have to pass the admin, this one, Control S. I'm repeating again, one second. First we have imported that particular model which is we are going to be registered. Second things, we have given the name. Here you can give any name, but for the naming convention I have given user profile, which is model name, and admin I have added. Then we have to inherit this one from admin.modeladmin class. After that, here we have to list down all the columns whatever you want to display in the admin page, and this is admin.site.register, and here we need to pass the model name, and here this one. That's it. Control S. Then come to the browser. Let me refresh. One second. Admin dot changes reloading. Okay, control. One second. Let me run again. Yeah. Come to the browser and let me refresh. See. User profile is showing. And if you click here, see, right now we don't have anything. If you click here, see, address, city, state, it's showing. And one more thing, this user profile, here you can see as is added by default. If you remember, I have told in case of users also, for every model it is going to be add the as. So keep in mind, don't be confused at that time. Then come here. So we have created the model and we have registered the model, but this address,
city, state. We want the input value from the user. And if you remember, if you want the input from the user, then we have to create the form. So let's create the form. Come to the templates. Where is the template? Yeah, right click, then new file, then give name user profile dot html. That's it. Then again we have to inherit all the things. Sorry, not we have to extend the base class. So simply what we can do, we can copy any ready-made one, simply copy this entire things and paste here. And here I don't want these things, and I don't want these things also. Control S. One second. See, right now I don't need this user profile.html page. Why? Because I don't want to display anything. So what I can do, I can use the registration page only for this particular user profile form. So where is our registration page? One second. This one only. And here only I can pass that form. So let's see how we can do. But one second. Simply copy this one. See, this is for the registration page. So simply copy this one and paste here and change the name. For example, form, give name underscore user profile. User, form underscore user only, let it be. Control S and come to the views.py file. And in views.py file, we have to do some changes. So what kind of changes we have to do? See, this if request.method equals to post is nothing but going to belongs to this one. Wait, I will show you. First, let me close unwanted things. I don't want this one also. Yeah, and I don't want this one also. Let me close this one. Then no bar. Then base dot. Then yeah, admin also I don't want. Then let me open this one. Yeah. So this one. And here only I have also passed the fields for the user profile page also. So if you come here, then here what we need to do, simply copy these things and paste here. And in place of registration form, what form we want? Come here, we want, oh, we don't have right now we don't have created the form. So let's create form first, then we will do whatever activity we want. Simply copy this one and paste here. And in place of registration form, what we want user profile. Wait, simply come here. One second. In the models.py file, yeah, simply copy this name and come here and give here form. Then whatever field we want, if you see here, we want these fields. Copy this one and come here and paste here. So what we have, address, so simply copy this one and paste here. Then what we have, city, simply copy and paste. And state we have, so simply copy and paste. I don't want these things, so let me remove these unwanted things. And luckily address care field we can use, city, for city also care field we can use, and for this one also we can use. So this one will be state. One second. State. Yeah, let me remove these things. We don't want these things. And one more thing here, I think we have did one mistake. No, correct, only state only. Come here and yeah, so only the things we need to change the label. Simply copy this one and replace here, then copy this one, then replace this one, then for this one also same thing. Yeah, and here what we need to do, same thing, simply copy address, paste here, then copy city, paste here, then state copy and paste here, and let me remove these unwanted things. So we have created form, and what is the name of our form? It's a user profile form. No, so here also we need to do changes. 1 second. Yeah, Control S. And what is the model name here we have to define? So first we need to import that model. So come down from current directory models, import what I want to import. I want to import this one. Simply copy this entire thing and come here and paste here, then come here. Simply here also you need to paste the model name. That's it. Control S. So we have created form. Now simply copy this form name and come to here, and just like registration form, simply paste here for the user profile form. And for this also check request.method equals to post. And if the form is valid, here we need to do some additional things. So let me tell you what we need to do. We are checking for this form, and let me rename this one. Not form, this should be like this, and this one like don't worry, I have only changed the name. That's it. Let me remove this one. So this is register form and this is the user profile form. So simply copy this one, and what I want to check, if register form is valid, and simply copy this entire things and paste here, and if user profile form is valid, what I want to do. So here we have used the form, so we need to replace this one. Simply copy this one and paste here. See, for registration form I don't want to do any changes, to save as it is. That's it, nothing else I want. But for this user profile form we need to do some additional stuff. So let's see what we able. For example, registration form only, we can do like this. Okay, Control S, then come down, then do for this one also, copy this one and paste here. But here I don't want to save it. What I want to do, simply this one dot save, then commit equals to false. I see, for registration I want to save as it is, I don't want to perform anything. But for user profile I don't want to save as it is. So because of that only, if I don't want to save directly, so this is the syntax, you have to like save commit false. Down. Now what I want to do here, 1 second, whatever fields we have taken there, I want to fetch that data. So how we can fetch? If you see here, we have did already for the login page. Simply copy this 2 line and come here and paste here. 1 second, and no need to paste here, sorry, Control X, paste here. And in place of username, what are the fields we have? So if you come here, we have address, simply copy this one and paste here, then here also, then come here, then city, come and paste here, then here also, then state, copy this one, come here, and we need to, 1 second, simply copy this entire line and paste, and simply copy this one and paste. So what I have did, I have fetched all the value from the form and I have stored that value in this particular variable. See, here you can give any variable. It is not like you have to take the same whatever you have taken here. No, you can take any variable, but it is highly recommended to give some meaningful name. So because of that only I have given this name. But here whatever you are taking, this should be same whatever you have taken here. That's it. Come here. So all the fields I have fetched and I have stored in the variable. And next I want to save these things to the user profile page, or you can say not user profile page, in user profile model. And what is the model? Model is nothing but the table. So what is the syntax to save anything into the particular table? See, if you see here, right now we are saving in the form and it is automatically getting saved in the table. But what is the way to save in the model directly? So first you need to define any variable. So for example, I am giving profile equals to, then you have to specify the model name. What is the model name? See, our model name is the user profile. Use that model in the view. So you have to first import that one. So from where we have to import? We have to import from the model. So what is the syntax? From current directory models import. Then what I want to import? I want to import this one. Simply copy this one, come here and paste. Then come down. Yeah, so here you need to specify the model name. Then first you need to specify the fields whatever you have taken in that model. So if you remember, we have taken address, city, state, and the same thing we have taken here also. So from here only we can copy. If we have taken something different from here, so we have to paste the whatever name we have given here. So but right now in my case I have given the same name, so you can take this one as it is. Equals to, you have to specify the this one again, comma, city equals to city, sorry, one second, city, then comma, state equals to state. Control S. So this is the syntax to save any data in the model directly. And here at last what we have to do, profile dot save. Here we have did one mistake. You cannot say it's a mistake. This is the things which is pending we have to do. See, this user profile page or form we have to link with this registration form. See, one user register one time with one username, and at that time only we are passing this user profile form. So this registration form and user profile form should be linked. So how we can link this one? I'm repeating again what I'm trying to say. I have two different table. One is the user table having this kind of fields, first name, last name, these things, and this is the model name. Model name is nothing but the table name only. So we have one table user, we have another table user profile. I want to link these two different table with each other. So how I can link? So as I told you, one user login, one user register one time, and at that time only it will pass the these details, first name, last name, username, email, password, confirm password, these things, and along with that he will enter the address, city, state. It means there is a one-to-one relation between the this user table and this user profile table. So if we want to create the one-to-one relation, so we have to do some changes. So come here inside the model, and here we have to create the relation between this table. So I'm taking one variable user equals to, and I want to create one-to-one relationship. So for that else dot 1 to 1 1-to-1 relationship I want, and with whom I want, so I want with user. You have to write user. If you see here in the forms, see this one, simply copy this one and paste here, the same thing, user, comma, I want to add one more one more relationship. Like if the user is got, for example, you are deleting the user, then user profile page also should delete, because it is a no meaning if you don't have user and you have a user profile page. No, it's a totally waste. So if the user is getting deleted, then I want to delete user profile page also. So how we can do that things? On underscore delete models dot cascade cad. So this is the way you can create the relationship between the two different table. So here you can give any variable, not a problem, and here you have to pass the table name from which you want to create the relationship, and this is the user profile model. Simply Control S, and again we have to run that two very magical command, which is python manage.py make migration. This one we are facing one error, 1-to-1 we are getting one error. One second, forgot one thing, there should be field also. Control S, then come here, then run that magical command make migration. Then name user is not defined. Okay, in the models.py the name user is not defined. So come here, see, we are using this user, so we are using this user, so we have to import this one. So how we can import? From Django dot contrib dot auth dot models import user. Control S, then come here, let me run. We are getting one error, line number 49 views.py. Come here, line number 45 views.py, line number 49 views. Okay, sorry. Control S, come here, then let me run. Yeah, so here we are getting one warning, it is impossible to add non-nullable field user, this kind of things we are getting. So what we can do, come here and come to the models.py file. And why we are getting this error? See, we are trying to add one new field and we have not passed the value for this new field, and we cannot add the null because we have not specified here null equals to true. So we have to do null equals to true. That's it. Control S, come here, Control C, then again run make migration. Yeah, added field user to user profile. If you remember, we have added user to user profile. Then we have one more command, which is migrate. One second. Yeah, this one, python manage.py migrate, and then we have to run the server. That's it. It's all done. Come here, let me refresh this one. Yeah, right now user is showing here, and we have created the relation between this field and with this one. So because of that only, whatever user we have, we are getting here. And one more thing we have to do, come to the views.py file, and here if you see, we have to pass the value for this user also. So user equals to Control S, then come here, then go to the login page. Yeah, then click on registration page. See, it's showing first name, last name, username, email address, password, confirm password. it is not showing remaining fields like state, city, address. So come here, and what we need to do, one second. So here we have, see, we have to change this name first of all. So let's see what we can do. We have changed the name, so simply copy this one and paste here, then comma, do for this one also, because we have one more form which is a user profile form. Then come here, paste here, yeah, then control S. Then the same thing we have to do changes in HTML page also. So what is the HTML page? This one. So simply paste user profile form, then come here, then copy this one and paste here, control S. Come here, let me refresh this one. The local variable register underscore form reference before assignment. One second. In the views.py line number 56. In the views.py file line number 56. We are getting error. One second. I did one mistake. Here also we need to change, because we have changed here. So here also, and come here, then same do for this one also. Copy this one and paste here, equals to, here we need to copy the form which is user profile form. One second, this one, user profile form, yeah, sorry, I did mistake, control S. See, this register underscore form is nothing but the this one, and this is nothing but the form which is we have created here, these things. Okay, so don't be confused what field is what. So control S. And one more thing, register underscore form. So register, this one should be this one, sorry, yeah. And whatever things we have written here, the same things we are passing here. Control S, then come here, then refresh. Name user profile is not defined, line number 56. Line number 56, come here. Registration form, yeah. So this should not, this one. Copy this one and paste here and here also. Because whatever things we have, we are storing in user profile underscore form. That's it. Let me refresh. Then user profile is not defined. One second, we have did the changes. Okay, sorry. What, I'm using this user profile form, so I have to import that one. So how we can import? So comma, simply copy this one, this form and paste here. That's it. Come here, let me refresh. Yeah, has no attribute, username field.
So here we have did mistake. See, actually what happened, we simply copy this register form and we have modified for the user profile form. But here we have did one mistake. So we have to remove this one, because this user profile is nothing but the user defined form which is we have created. So for this, we don't have to add the user creation form, because that user creation form is only belongs to registration page, but we want one separate form. So we have to inherit that separate form from the forms dot model form. Control S, then come to the admin page. See, here I have added that newly filled whatever I have created in the models, this one. Then control S, then go to the views.py file, and here we need to do some little bit changes. If you see here, line number 46, like from line number 45 to 47, we have did one more mistake. Like here we are using the form.clean data. See, if you if you have noticed, we have changed this form into the user profile form. So whatever name we have given here for this user profile form, the same variable we have to take here also. So simply copy. And why I'm taking this user profile underscore form only, not taking register underscore form, because this address, city, states belongs to user profile form. So user profile form is this, and we have created one object. So we need to copy this one. And in place of form, we have to replace. So let me replace. Yeah. Control S. Then here, user is nothing but the fields, whatever we have created in the models, this one. And this register form is nothing but this one. Because what entire things of the register underscore form we are saving in this register form. Here you can give any variable. So whatever variable you are going to give here, the same thing you have to use here. So if you give something else, so you have to give the same thing whatever you have given here. Then control S. Yeah. And here, as I told you, this register underscore form is nothing but this name, and this user profile underscore form is nothing but this one. And this is nothing but the empty form. And this is the same value we are passing here, and the same thing we are passing here. And and we have to pass the same name into the HTML page also, this one, register.html page. So you can see register underscore form I have passed, then user profile underscore form I have passed. The same thing we are writing here also. See, register underscore form, user profile underscore form. So don't be confused. Control C. Let me check. Yeah, server is running. Come here, then click on register C. The extra fields, whatever we have added, that address, city, state, it's coming. Now let's check whether it's working or not. So for example, I want to create one user, for example, Bala, username Bala, then surname Yadav. One second. Then username again I'm giving Bala. Then email address I'm giving bala@gmail.com. Then password I'm giving, for example, pagal@123. If you see here, this is the password, pagal@123. Then again, pagal@123. Let me show you. See, pagal@123. See, while giving the password, keep in mind, password should be alphanumeric. It should contain special character. It should contain small and upper caps letter. So you have to follow this pattern. Otherwise, you will get error. Their address, for example, I'm giving Bhiwandi. Then city, I'm giving Kalyan. Then state, I'm giving Maharashtra. Then click on register. You have been registered successfully. Let me see whether we are able to log in with that user or not. So username is Bala. Then password pagal@123. Let me show you the password. See, click on login. You have logged in successfully. It means our registration page is working fine. I know this registration page has become very complicated for you guys. So don't worry, I will explain again. Come here, what we have done exactly. See, first of all, we have created one URL. This is the URL. That's it. This is the simple URL pattern. This is the view name, and this is the name of this URL. I hope you are clear. Next, what we have did, we have linked this URL to the navbar page. So come here, one second, in the template, navbar, see here. And here, yeah, here we have linked that URL. That's it. So this is the second activity what we have did. First activity, we have created the URL. Second activity, we have linked that URL with this particular uh, navbar, with this particular option. Then come to the models. We have created one models for user profile, and here we have taken three fields: address, city, state, and we have created the relationship between the this user profile model and with the user model. This user model is nothing but the inbuilt model provided by the Django. So don't be confused from where this user model is come. This is predefined, or you can say inbuilt, given by the Django only. So this is the way we have created one-to-one relationship between this user profile with and this user table, or you can say model. After that, inside the form, we have created one form for the user profile. We have taken three fields: address, city, state, and here we have defined the class meta, and model name is the user profile model, and this is the field. The same thing we have did for the registration also, but for registration we have taken a special form which is user creation form, which is inbuilt or predefined provided by the Django. But in case of the user profile, it is ordinary form, so we have simply inherited from the forms.model form, and these are the fields we have taken. After that, see, we have imported user profile model. Why we have imported user profile model? Because here we are using that particular model. So if we are using any things from another file, so we have to import that thing. So because of that only we have imported that model. And here we have imported user model because this user we are using here. That's it. Then this is the third activity what we have did. After that, come to the use.py file. And here what we have did, come here. See, for registration, already we have seen how we are doing. What simply I am doing? Simply I have taken one variable and have stored all the things whatever I have in the register form. This register form is nothing but the name of the form whatever we have created in the forms.py file. See, the same name we have pasted here. And this user profile is nothing but the form name whatever we have created here. So same name we have copied here also. And this is the way to fetch the data and whatever we have during the post request, and we have stored in this particular thing. After that, we are checking if this register underscore form is valid and this user profile underscore form is valid. At that time, what I want to do, so for register I simply want to save it, but for user profile, see, for register, we are directly saving it because for register, we are using the form. But for the user profile, we are using the model form. If you come here, let me show you. See, this is the inbuilt form, user creation form, and we are inheriting this one. So basically, this is the form only. But this user profile form is nothing but the model form. So the way of saving the data is the different. So because of that only, here we are directly saving the form. But for the user profile, which is the model form, this is the way of saving the data. So initially we don't want to save. So because of that only, what we have did, we have taken one variable user underscore profile equals to user underscore profile form. This is nothing but this one only. Then save commit false. A commit false means I don't want to be commit. After that, whatever fields we have in the user profile underscore form, this one, see, this one is, and this one is the same. I want to fetch that one, and this address, city, state is nothing but the fields name what we have in the model. So exactly the same name we are pasting there, and we are storing here. After that, this is the way of saving the data. Like, you have to take one variable, or you can say object, then user profile. This is nothing but the name of the model. If you see here inside the models.py file, this is the name of the model. The same thing we have written here, and these are the fields whatever we have in that particular model. So user, address, city, state, these are the fields we have inside this model. You can see here. And the same thing, I have fetched all the data, and here I have assigned the particular value here. After that, profile.save, and this is the message I want to display. And here, if the data is not a, like, if the request is not a post, it means it is a get. So at that time, I want to create the object blank object. So blank object means there is no any data. So because of that only, I'm not returning here request.post. If you see here, we have written request.post, but at the time it is a get, so I'm leaving it a blank, and blank means it is a get only. And this register underscore form and this user profile underscore form is nothing but the whatever name we have taken here, and these are nothing but the name of the forms whatever name we have here, and this is nothing but the name of the form whatever we have taken inside the forms.py file, this one. Then come here. After that, I want to send these things to the HTML page. What HTML page? So which HTML page? So I want to send this entire thing to the register.html page. So because of that only I have written here in the key and value pair. And this key and value pair, so all the key I have again forwarded to this register.html page. So if you see the register.html page, see register underscore form, user profile underscore form. This is nothing but this key only, this one. And if you come to the admin.py file, here we have to add that user, whatever fields we have created in the models, or you can understand whatever fields we have in the user profile model, all the fields we have to list here. It is not compulsory you have to register all the fields. So here you have to register all the fields only what you want to show in the admin page. So that things only, then control S, and here we have that particular things. So I hope I'm clear with the things whatever I have committed during the starting of the video. So thank you so much for watching this video, and please like and subscribe my channel. Bye.